Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anne. I am the owner slash creator of Homemade by Anne. In today's video, I am going to be market prepping for a market in October. I've done this market. I did this one last year, and I did really well at it. So I wanted to get a head start on it. I do have a show at the end of May, which I'll have a video on. What I took, how I did both nights, but I went through my inventory of what I'm not taking to May's market, and I wrote down everything. I have this long list, and besides some of them, there are like colors that I want to work on that I know I want to have. Some of these I may end up making more of them. Some of them I may be making less. My goal is on certain things to have them because I sold out last year. Like my axolotls, I sold out of them. My cows, I sold out of them. My possums sold out within, I think, 2 hours. It may have been 3. But this is like a 6-7 hour show. And I want to have some cheaper items just because this is also going to be the market where I take my cardigans, which are between 60 and 110. And some of them I'm not going to make until I know how I did or what I have left from my market at the end of the month. But just a couple of things on here. I said axolotls, bees, cows, dragons, which I need to order yarn for 2 of them. I'm going to be knitting. I've got 3 beanies left to knit. I can go ahead and make sitting possums, sharks, turtles. So I'm just going to kind of pick something off this list and start working on it. So I will let you guys know once I choose something. Alright guys, so I looked at my list and I only need 2 more regular bees, 1 in blue, 1 in green. So I am going to work on that. The pattern is Crochet by Jenna. I'm going to be making this little guy down here, her circular bee. I will be using Parfait Chunky. Not sure what shades I'm using, but I will go pick those and then I will show them to you guys. Alright, so I've chosen my colors. For the stripes and wings, it's going to be black and white. Those aren't changing. My white is tingling me. But for the blue bee, I'm going to go with Parfait Chunky in Sundown. It's one of their newer colors. And then both of these are new colors they've added. And then for green, I'm going with Sage. This is my favorite color they've come out with so far. And I haven't even used it yet. But I am going to work on a regular size bee. The circular bee, I can't remember if I said that. I'll be using a 5mm hook, 12mm safety eyes, and I will get you guys about halfway through. Maybe a time lapse. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. All I know is I will be watching a live stream VOD while making these. So I will catch you guys in a minute. it, I had to restart it. I did not make the circular bee. I made her cylindrical. I was going based off photos, and I saw 3 stripes on the cylindrical and 2 on the circular. But the more I looked at it, at the pattern, after making 2 of the stripes, you can actually stop and finish off the bee without doing the 3rd black stripe. And so I had to frog over half of the bee. Actually, I had to frog it all because I lost where I was. So yeah, I've restarted, and I'm gonna keep that earlier footage in just because I'm not afraid to show my mistakes. I should have written it down somewhere which bee I used, because there's 2 in the pattern. So that is 100% on me. The circular bee is just a little too fat for my liking. I like how the cylindrical one. And so I will actually go into my spreadsheet where I price the bee at and put in there that I used the cylindrical bee, just only 2 black stripes instead of 3. But I'm hopefully going to finish at least this one tonight, try to finish the other one. And I'll update you guys when I finish this one. So just thought I'd let you guys know my mistake. Hey guys, so this is about halfway progress, or about where I was when I had to frog it. I really like this color. I don't know why it all of a sudden looks blurry, but that is my update, and I will probably see you guys when I finish the bee. So, and then I will make the green one and then make the wings. So I will see y'all in, for me, a couple minutes. For you guys, probably just a couple seconds. Hey guys, so I finished the body of the bee, of the blue one. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to start on the sage green one, and then make the wings. And these 2 little guys will only be missing their price tags, which I need to print some more. I thought I had made enough of the $12 tags, which is what I priced these at, and I had 2 out of 2 pages of price tags. So I need to go into Canva and make a whole page of just $12 tags, because a lot of my items are $12. But that is my update, and I will either see you guys later tonight, or I'll see you guys tomorrow when I get off of work. So so I have finished the sage green bee. Here they are side by side. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to do the wings and sew them on. It is currently just after 8 o'clock, and about 7:30 I stopped doing any sewing. And last time I made I made feet for a dragon, I ended up losing them, or losing one. I thought I had made 4, and the next day it was gone. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to make the wings and then sew them on, and then these two little guys will be done. I am, however, going to go on Canva right now and make the price tags so I can price these guys and then take them and put them into my storage bins. But that is all for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon when I get off work. Hey guys, so it is Monday evening after work. I finished the two bees, crocheted their wings, sewed them on, and here they are. I am happy with how these little chunky bees turned out. I did forget that Jenna, Crochet by Jenna, was doing a pattern test, and I'm part of her Patreon. So I will also be working on that in this video, along with stuff off my list. But that means I can mark my regular bees off and then choose something else from the list to work on. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm going to work on. There's way too much. I don't remember if I showed you guys the list, but there's my list, and I get to mark this line off. I even went as far as like what colors I still need to do. I want to try to have at least one of every color. Like for my axolotls, I have a green and an orange one done, which you guys can see. But I want to have yellow, blue, purple, pink, floral. I'm not going to do red. On a lot of these, I'm not doing red just because I feel like red is like a harsh color. It's not my favorite color. But like in my gummy bears, I'm doing red because of the hair bow colors. Beanies. Someone may like a red beanie, but like a red axolotl, I'm really iffy on. I may choose one of the cows. I keep saying my cow. The pattern's Crochet by Jenna's. I may make one of them. Which one? I don't know. And kind of just go from there. It's May now. So June, July, August, September. I've got roughly 5 months. I'm going to say 4. Because the market will be beginning of October. I actually think it's October 10th. So I'm going to pull up the pattern test, pick my colors, and start working on it. Okay guys, I thought I'd show you the colors I'm choosing to do. It is a hatching turtle pattern. It is her first interactive pattern. It's a no-sew turtle, which I'm excited for. I love her turtle patterns. I've got 2 made back here. So for the eggshell, I'm doing mushroom. All of these are Parfait Chunky. I think I've mentioned this before. I mainly use Parfait Chunky. I do use Bernat for like anchor and wolf cats. And then I've started dabbling in Skinny Chenille. And so that's what these 2 turtles. One Sweet Snuggles, which I believe is that turtle. And then the other one is Skinny Chenille. But for the eggshell, I'm using mushroom. My voice is going. For the shell, I'm using teddy bear. And then she used rain, which is a color I love. I don't have enough of it, but I still wanted to stick with like the blue theme. When I make more, I'll make them in all different colors, the shells in all different colors. But I've not used this one before. I apologize about the lights. I just saw them flicker. We've got a storm coming in. I'm using Azure. Yeah, Azure. It's a really pretty blue. I'm going to just follow the pattern, make the fins. I don't believe there's a tail for this one. It's not wanting to scroll. Why are you not scrolling? No tail on this one. But the head's crocheted in, the fins are crocheted in, the eggshell is crocheted in. I am super excited about this. If I can get this pattern to scroll. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna work on these and then work on, I said this. And then I'm going, if I get this done today, I will start on one of the cows. If not, I'll work on it tomorrow. This video is not going to be uploaded till after her pattern test is over, which is like, I think it's Monday. So I may upload this video on Monday. I haven't exactly decided how long I want to film for. So I will catch you guys in either later tonight or tomorrow. It's whatever I decide to do. Hey guys, so it is a couple days later. I didn't film Tuesday, I didn't film Wednesday. Tuesday I didn't film because I was in a Zoom call. I wanted to say meeting, but it was a call with the 21 plus patrons for Crochet by Jenna. Yesterday was our last day of school, so my last day of work for the summer until August. And we had our big end of year dinner where we celebrated our retirees, our 5 years of service, 10 years, 15, 20, 25, 35. My boss retired at 37 years of service. And then it was really late when we got home and I was exhausted. So I kind of just went to bed. But while I was on the Zoom call with Crochet by Jenna and the 21 plus patrons, I worked on her pattern test for her hatching turtle, and I like how it turned out. I'm excited to make more of the turtles. I will make some with the shell, the interactive part, but this is what it looks like. I still need to take photos and turn those in, but the shell does come off. So then it kind of looks like this, and you can, once again, my head is a little crooked. Always happens to me. But it was the first time making the pattern. That typically happens when I make a pattern for the first time. But he's a no-sew turtle. So you make the fins, you make the head, and you crochet them in. I believe she said the pattern was coming out on the 25th. Let me double check that. Okay, so she's releasing, we have to have this done by the 25th, so Monday. The pattern is releasing on the 26th. And then Yarn Club on her Patreon will get it for free on June 1st. But he's done. He's super cute. I did actually price him while making him. And I am pricing him at $12. But like I said, I can't get over how cute he is. I would love to make some more of these, but I think I'm going to stop and work on that list because since he's a new pattern, I want to focus on what I know sells, which I put my list away, trying to clear off the desk, which that needs to get put up. I need to put my yarn back on the bottom of these shelves as also. But that's a pretty long list, and I don't want to add anything else to it just yet. But that's what I'm going to focus on the rest of the week. I don't have to work today. I have to work tomorrow. I have our regional track meet and I'm one of the workers. And then Saturday, Sunday, and all of next week, I really don't need to work. Or I don't work. So I can focus on this. I do have to make one more possum. I kept saying I was done with the rodeo prep. I'm not. I realized I still need one more regular sized possum. I wanted two, one for each day. And I did not make the second one as I was going through my list for that. So I'm going to work on that first. And then I'll come back and I'll pick something from the list and go from there. So it's currently 8 a.m. I'm going to go till about 5, maybe later. It all depends on if I get burnt out today or not. So I will catch y'all in a little bit. Alright guys, so it is now 11 o'clock. I just finished my little possum. He is price tagged, ready to go for the end of the month market. I'm going to take a break, go make some lunch. The reason it took me so long is I had a puppy who was really needing attention, so I gave it to him. And I had some other things I had to quickly put away that were on my desk that were just in my way. But he did eventually get finished. I'm going to set him with his brothers and sisters back here, and then eventually take him downstairs to my totes so I can do another video later. I think next week I'm going to show everything I'm taking, what I'm pricing it at, and then what sold and roughly. I may do how much I made. I'm not too sure. So yeah, I will catch you guys when I decide to crochet something else. Alright guys, so I've had my lunch. It's now 11:45, so it's been about 45 minutes. My sister left and is going to be gone for the weekend, and so our puppy is not happy. He was very clingy after she left, so I comforted him, had my lunch, and decided to go back to my wheel. If you saw my last video, I had a wheel of a whole bunch of different projects with colors and whatever it landed on I made. Some of them I did change just because, like a purple gummy bear, I don't make that. I do the hair bow colors, so red, orange, yellow, green, and white. But I taken my list and updated it, the projects, and then I've added 2 wheels. I've added gummy bear colors because I still have 4 of those to make, and then I added a wheel for my the mini cows and the sitting cows. I do dairy, Highland, strawberry, and blueberry. So if that gets chosen, then I will spin that wheel. If the gummy bears get chosen, I'll spin the gummy bear wheel. If something else gets chosen that has a colorway, I will spin the color wheel until it lands on a color that is on this list. I have the hiccups after lunch, so I apologize, because certain items on this wheel I don't do in that color. I didn't add beanies because I've got a beanie on my hooks right now, or on my needles right now, and it's pink. I really need to take red off of my color wheel because I don't do red other than the gummy bears. But yeah, I'm going to flip you guys around, take red off that wheel, and I'll actually replace it with floral because there's a couple of them on this list. Actually, there's only one, my axolotls. I do in a floral yarn. There was something else I did in a floral yarn and decided to take it off just because I don't have very much of that yarn left. And I haven't decided if I'm going to reorder it or not. Oh, my turtles. That's what I do in a floral yarn. I remembered, sorry. I do their shells in a floral color. And I apologize about my voice. To me, it sounds very raspy. But yeah, I'm going to take red off, add floral, and then I will spin the wheel with you guys. Alright, so I'm going to spin my project wheel. I'm kind of hoping for something easy. And we got an axolotl. Okay. So we're either hoping to land on yellow, blue, purple, pink, or floral on the color wheel. This is something I do when I really cannot decide on what I want to make. Ooh, and we got a floral. I'm actually really excited about this. I've got to find my floral yarn and kind of decide from there. But I will come back once I have picked my colors. Okay, so I have a lot more floral yarn than I thought. This is all Premier Bloom Chenille. They did get rid of my favorite color. And now my brain can't even think of it because they don't sell it. And I don't have the labels for any of these anymore because I wound them up and I threw away the label. But I have this white, blue, and gray. I think I've made one in this before. I've got a pretty pink. I know this one's lilac because I had bought yarn to pair it with. But I don't... I could do this one. I could do lilac. And whatever color I choose is not going to count towards any of the colors. This will be the main body. And then the gills and the tail color will be in the other. I believe this is Cherry Blossom. I'm going to be mad if I'm wrong. And then I believe Buttercup. They also have a marigold color, which I want to get it, but I don't need it. I have plenty of yarn. I'm gonna see if I can pull up. Oh, I was wrong. This is Tulip. This is Cherry Blossom. I was right about the purple. This is Lakespur. I was right about the yellow. I thought I had Dewdrop somewhere. I may have used all of it. And they don't have this one anymore. So I'm going to have to go back to when I ordered these. I think y'all are seeing this raw of me trying to look up colors. Okay, it was not that order. It was this one. Maybe? No. This is the one where I ordered Tulip, but not where I'd ordered others. Was it my favorite? It was, maybe it was my first order I ever. This is Bluebell. because they discontinued Forget Me Not, which was my favorite. Bluebell and Forget Me Not were the two they discontinued, and I wish I knew why. Or I wish I would have known they were discontinuing it. And I would have bought more. But I think I'm going to go with lilac and do lilac for the gills. Actually, let me make sure they didn't discontinue lilac. Because I have several purples and they did not. Okay. Wait, not that one. I'm going to use lilac and use Parfait Chunky lilac. They are a different thickness, even though they're both weight 6s. But it'll be okay. I've used them together. This is what I use for my turtles. This will probably be the last floral one I do, just because I want to have enough to do my turtles. I think I said it earlier, I use these for the shells, and then I use a solid color for the head, the tail, and the fins. And they sold out pretty quick for me. But I'm gonna grab my color and then start working on it, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Hey guys, so it's about an hour later. I finished the little floral axolotl. These are my favorite. The kids love them when I bring them. Normally I don't do the floral as the main color, but I decided to on this one. Normally it's the gills and this little tail. What is happening? But I decided to switch it so the body was actually floral, and I really like it. I think I'm gonna do one of the cows next. I think I'm gonna do a blueberry cow, the mini cows. I already have a sitting blueberry cow, and I'm gonna wait to see if it sells next weekend before I make another one. I don't want to duplicate. I don't think it'll hurt to duplicate, but for space reasons, I don't want to, and I don't want to accidentally take it with me, because everything I make from now to October is for the October market. So a lot of the things back here in my background is for the October market. The big anchor is going with me next weekend, and then mini anchor's going with me. Do I think they'll sell? Maybe. There may be a reason, but if big anchor does not sell, just because he is my most expensive item going at my market in October, I will be raffling him off. $1 for a ticket or $20 for 5 tickets. So we will see if he sells. Like I said, if he doesn't, then I have a plan, just because he does take up so much space. And I think I'm going to be changing these shelves from inventory shelves to more yarn storage, because I have this laundry basket and I have a box down below that are they're filled. I cannot find yarn I'm looking for. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know what I'm doing. I'm going to be making a blueberry cow, a standing blueberry cow. So I'm going to collect the yarn for that. I might actually take a break because it is 1 o'clock. I don't want to wear out my wrist. I'm going to try to transfer all this footage over to my laptop. So I will see you guys when I start making the blueberry cow. Hey guys, so I just threw all my footage into CapCut to start editing and realized the video is going to be almost 40 minutes long, so I'm gonna end it here. And I'll start working on the standing cow in the next video. So comment down below what you guys were working on while watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.